welcome to another Casual Team Gaming Shoutcast. Today we'll be streaming roughly I want to say this is a Diamond 4 match. I think is the last time I checked somebody. I'm not 100% sure on that. Do not quote me. I could be completely wrong. Now, locking is not always up to date. Sometimes it does get a little lag behind, but nonetheless, we will get right into this game talking about team comp. Right now, onto the blue team side first. We'll start with them. We have a Hecarim in the jungle with an Italy in the middle, and the solo middle lane, Soraka and Caitlyn in the bottom lane, and an Nasus in the solo top situation. Second Nasus we've seen today in games, and wow, big game coming in from the Hecarim. He's going to be able to probably get a kill onto this Darius. I think the Wizard's going to come out. It's going to be a kill. First blood coming out from the Hecarim 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. I just got in about 3 minutes solid. We're going to go ahead and go back over the purple team real quick. Seeing a little bit of first blood action. Going to have Vladimir right here in the solo lane versus the Nidalee. Actually, but hold on. 1 second. Vayne is going to, not Vayne, Caitlyn's going to be caught out by the Skarner, and the Graves and Taric is going to be able to do a lot of damage to the Ignite coming down from the Graves. Not able to pick up a kill. Taric getting incredibly low himself. Now, if we can actually manage to get into the team comp for the purple team. Yeah, Vlad in the solo lane situation in the mid lane. Skarner in the jungle, Darius in the solo top situation, and a Graves Taric at the bottom lane. Probably one of my favorite lanes in the history of League of Legends. AD carry support lanes will be Graves and Taric. Hecarim coming in for a gank on the mid lane. Nidalee's going to do a mild damage to him, as she's probably going to hit him with the spear. Oh, so close. Actually, the flash coming out from the Nidalee. She's going to die, though, for it, but she does manage to trade 1 for 1 in the mid lane. I don't even understand why she would do that. It might have just been better for her to trade. Nothing for nothing, but I guess summoners were used there. She just wanted to go all in. Really good plays coming out. A really good plays. Just a lot of good action coming out from this game right now so forward. I couldn't even get the friggin' champion roster down for you guys. Alright, we're going to get right back into this one really quick. Got a little bit just of a farm fest going on in the bottom lane. If you're wondering why it's just kind of standing right here, I've hit on directed camera. I cannot actually have my game on the regular camera manual because if I hit spacebar for any reason, the camera gets locked over that position and becomes completely useless. You just saw that mid lane kill with the Nidalee doing really well versus the Vladimir. He blew his ulti when Hecarim came in to gank, did not get her low. She can't heal herself back. Basically, she probably actually healed the ulti damage off. Really, really good plays coming out of this game. It's a lot of fun so far to watch. Let's see if it keeps that up for now. Farms are pretty good on both sides in the AD carry lane. Not a lot to say about it, though. Caitlyn's a little farther ahead, just by a smidge. So maybe that's not a big deal, but it might be for some people. Vladimir is as well a little bit ahead. Yeah, a little bit ahead of the Nidalee, but I think that's just because she went back. Nasus is continuously farming his Q. Doesn't really have anything. It's pretty much an even game up top in farm. Nothing really to say about that. Got Skarner just running around to the jungle right now. Hecarim is seeming to be a little bit of a stronger jungler, in my opinion, than Skarner right now. Skarner being a very potent jungler, though, do not underestimate him. He is a lot of fun to play. Really big spear hit coming out right there, taking off a third of his HP with that hit. Lord AP Nidalee, the infamous spears. Ooh, missed it. That was a really good spear toss, though. Gonna be able to do a little bit of damage here. Poking them. Maybe good damage right there. Wow, about half her HP, even through the heal on Soraka. Wow, really high damage coming out right there. Gonna have a little bit of a trade here. I don't think Nasus wants to. Oh, Nasus like, nah, I'll fight you. Boom! And he's going to get some Q damage as well. Nasus being very potent right now. Ooh, wow, really good dodge. Manages to grab the Caitlyn. Probably going to kill the Taric for it. Maybe not. Nope. There's going to be able to flash out of there. Skarner's going to take it. She's going to flash after him. It's Ghost going. Going to try to get a kill out of this. He's going to stun her and just walk away. She's going to get killed for it. Actually just giving it to the Taric, which isn't really that big of a loss on their part. Now, the Hecarim and the Nidalee were kind of coming down. Wasn't 100% on the get-go, but Nasus is going to take a lot of this top trade. Riot Dog Nasus is a much smaller model. His feet are huge, though. But it just seems like it's a smaller model than regular Nasus. Then again, Nasus never really had a big model to begin with. The Vladimir model, however, is gigantic, much bigger than his regular model. A really big thing to keep in mind. Nidalee is always the same in all our skins. Most of them are just recolors anyway. Really easy to do Nidalee skins. Darius is about the same size as normal. If anything, he's a little bulkier. He's not able to chase after Nasus with Wither going, giving him about a 98% slow at max rank. It's ridiculously good. Actually going to hit the Skarner right there, taking out a third of his HP. She's not going to try for another spear, I don't think. No, she'll miss that one. I don't think she would have hit it anyway. Does have Moby Boots, giving him a lot of movement speed. Needs to be really careful here. Ooh, wow, really good spear. Try to dodge that, but actually ended up walking into it. Got really good spear placements coming out from this Nidalee. Darius is going to try to take the tower as well. A little bit chunks out of it. Skarner's going to go ahead and be in the jungle. And Caitlyn's going to continue to farm this lane out. And this is a really close-knit game in the bottom. Though the Graves is 3-0 and the Caitlyn is 0-2. Other than that, it's been a pretty even matchup in terms of skill, which is always nice. Right now, the Graves is pulling ahead in the farm and the kill range by 3 kills and roughly 12-ish farm. So that's a pretty big deal. Tarek's just eating traps. A lot of pings going down everywhere across the map right now. That's a really big thing to keep in mind. Now, the Nidalee can easily trade with the Vladimir, but it's not a 100% guarantee. Nasus is going to once again and probably all in him. Yep, there goes the ulti. Doesn't have Ignite this time, though. Going to be able to do that right there. Wow, actually going to be able to get an easy spear right there. Wow, Nasus actually might dive. Never mind. Darius used his ulti a little too early. Nasus is able to fight that guy off. Now, this is a really interesting thing to see how Nasus is countering Darius ridiculously well. I don't think necessarily Darius is worse than the Nasus. I literally honestly think that Nasus himself is countering Darius a lot harder. Wow, God, that damage. Literally half through the Soraka heal, ladies and gentlemen. It's through the Soraka heal that they're still getting her to a little under half, and Nasus will take the tower. Hecarim should be able to take this pretty easily. I don't see him not being able to. That is probably the best model until Headless Hecarim came out. I do not really like the, what is it called? Soul Reaver Hecarim or something like that? Or his Reaper skin? His Reaper, yeah, Reaper Hecarim or whatever. I never really liked that one. I never did. I really never liked the Hecarim skin that did that. I never liked it. I liked that particular spear one much better. Until Headless Hecarim came out, then I love that one the most. But, you know, I don't buy skins. So, it's not necessarily that I don't, it's that I don't have the money to buy them. Ulti coming out from 2 people, Tarek and Soraka. Soraka ulti being a little bit more important. Boom, there goes Tarek. Grace is probably going to get shut down by the Pony Grim. Fear of every Pokemon gym. Nope, boom! Oh god, no! Oh. Oh. So good. Soraka did get the double of that gold there. That's a really big deal. If the Caitlyn had gotten it, I'd have put it back into the game. That really would have. I would have put Caitlyn right back in the game. Ooh, here comes a big wither. But guess who? These fights are already pretty close. They might take him. He does have his ulti running. He won't be able to fight this. So he just boop. And there goes a turnaround kill right there. Pretty big deal coming out of Darius. Got that turnaround kill. That's going to allow him to push the tower. Darius is not going to stay at like 6 HP. That's definitely not going to happen. So Skarner's job right now is to push down the lane. But here comes Nidalee. And Hecarim. Skarner's like, well, crap. Oh, man. Yes, the ulti actually stayed inside of the Hecarim ult. The spear could not be seen. That was pretty cool. Hecarim tried to cast that pretty hard, but not able to do it. Hecarim is probably one of the coolest heroes. One of the uniquest, I think. He's one of the very few that actually gets a bonus to other stats from having movement speed or something like that. Like, no one else gets bonus stats from movement speed. No one else gets bonus stats from, I don't know, attack speed or something. That'd be weird, but, you know, whatever. Hecarim getting... Darius getting the Tiamat going to be built on the Ravenous Hydra. Ravenous Hydra being a very expensive item. That's something you might want to consider. But that will all change soon. The next patch comes out, Ravenous Hydra actually gets better and goes down in cost. Go figure. It's a pretty big deal. A lot of things are changing in the next couple patches. Items are going to be reworked around. If any of you want to read this kind of stuff. Plus there is the new stuff for the new champion, Zac, the Zon Anamorphous Combatant. Shutdown going to the Graves, pretty big deal right there. Graves is definitely playing really well versus... I don't feel Caitlyn's a very strong AD carry anymore. She had her moment in Season 2. In Season 1, definitely, with the best range, but new items are making other carries much more potent and just better all around. I mean, Graves... Oh, when he first came out, he was literally the strongest AD carry in the game. You had a Graves that on your team that was better than the enemy Graves, you won. Hands down. His damage was ridiculous when he first came out. His vanilla launch was retarded. He could 1v5 no problem and basically quarter shot your team to half shots depending on how fed he was and what point in the game it is. With one buckshot into a collateral, he could probably penta you if he had enough damage. Now Hecarim's going to pick up this dragon here. This is going to be a really big dragon fight. I'm waiting to see what happens. Traps down. Someone needs to eat that. The Hecarim's still getting hit by this dragon. Not going to be able to fight Graves all that well. Still going to go down to the Vladimir. I guess the Tides of Blood actually followed him. Caitlyn's going to be able to pick this kill out. Boom. There goes one down. The Nasus is fighting really hard. Graves is actually going to go down to a Nidalee Spear. And here comes Darius in the back line here. Step on a Caitlyn trap. No big deal, right? He's going to be able to get him. Now he is 1v2ing, he needs to be really careful, and ulti? Ulti out. Did not get the kill with it, so he does not have it. He probably doesn't want to try to fight this. Probably not the best decision. If he had gotten the kill with his ultimate, it might be better, but Nidalee is coming for you. God, one more spear and he might die. She catches him at max range. Oh my god, can she get the ace? The ace for the ace. Ah! So good. Nidalee spears are well placed. She got every single one of those. Oh man. Trying to get the blue buff. I think she's going to go down right here. Even Nidalee can't escape Skarner and Taric. Then again, I've been wrong before. Wow, they're just going to give up on her. I mean, she does have sight on that. Good God, she is just chunking people with these spear tosses. She's going to try to take the blue. Didn't get it. Close, though. She seems to have little to no mana issues, even though she's spamming these spears. She must have, oh, she does have a blue buff of her own. Did Skarner actually? Yes, Skarner has it. God, it's so hard to see on the model. The new blue and red buffer. Red buff's easy to see. It's the blue buff that gets. It's the smaller one. You know, like why? It's the one everyone needs to see. Red buff isn't that important, but that blue buff, that one's the important one. But this is a really big pickup game here. For both sides, really fun. Nidalee is going to probably... Nidalee and Nasus are probably going to be the two to hard to carry this game. Able to be the only ones to survive that last team fight. Invisible Spear. Interesting. I know nothing of Invisible Spear. I could see it. Maybe he couldn't see it. Well, again, I do have all Omni-Sight, so I guess that makes sense. Did she hit somebody with it? Nope, that was something else I heard. Nasus is probably just going to chunk this tower. And nope, no spear once again. Really big zoning coming out from this team with the spears. That's something to keep in mind. When you're when there's one more spear to Graves and he is a dead man. Not even kidding. Even medium range will probably kill him at this point. God, she's half shot in Vladimir. Gee whiz. She is incredibly far ahead right now. Does have her needless. And, ooh, tagging somebody else. It's Skarner with that one. Ah, God. The zoning is absurd. She's just, no one's allowed to do anything. God. So stupid. Wizard coming out from the Nasus defensively. Ah. I swear, if he wasn't slow, she probably would have hit that. Nah, she's going to have another one here in a second. Waiting for the shiny light on the right side of my screen to go off, notifying someone just got nuked for half their HP by Nidalee. Nope. Ooh, wow, big damage coming out. Skarner's going to be able to come in here. Skarner's getting really low. Hecarim's going to sit in the middle of all this with his W running. Going to have a really big ulti coming out. Vladimir's going to get at least one kill out of this. Graves is going to be able to pick up the Nasus. Darius is going to pick up the Hecarim. Caitlyn's going to pick up the Darius. Going to have a big spear coming out. Not being able to pick anybody else off. Going to be a 2-for-1 exchange. 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the purple team. Really big play is coming out. Graves still has the potential to carry. So does Vladimir. If Nidalee can hit any one of those people with a spear right now, I'm pretty sure max range will kill anyone at this point. Wow, really good dodge. He actually wouldn't have been able to dodge that in time. Just going to have another one here in a second for him. He's going to be waiting for it. And boom, hits the Skarner. Skarner's going to pull on the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's going to go down with the massive amount of CC they have. I don't know why Caitlyn was so far forward. Everyone else was much farther away. Ooh, wow, big spear coming on right there. Almost trying to hit the Skarner or the Graves. Hitting Graves at max range right now would probably be almost all of his HP at this point. She's going to go back and pick up another item, I think. I'm not sure how much gold she has. She does have 2,400. I think that might be enough for her Rabadons. Let's see what happens. Yes, she has picked up a Rabadon's death cap. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. She is going to officially be chunking the hell out of people. I think she did damage before. You won't have even seen damage now. She has a Rabadons. She's going to be able to build that in probably into a Leandry's later. It looks like she might be building that into one now. She does have the Spell Tome. She does have that tier. Keep that in mind. She's going to be stacking that up infinitely with her Cougar form. And that's also going to allow her to get a Seraphs, which is going to give her a really big shield, giving her even higher AP Bruiser ability. Wow, as you can see right there, that was the Nidalee spear that just hit that Skarner on your right side of your screen. You notice his HP just drop. Oh, big kill coming out there, but I do not think he's going to be able to fight Nasus. Nasus does have his wither. Here comes Hecarim. Boom! There's some Q damage right there. I don't think he's landed a successful ulti all game. Caitlyn is just going to back off at this point. They do have a ward in that bush now. Now, they need to be a little careful. Nidalee's damage is quite high. I think everyone should be afraid of her at this point. If she builds any kind of spell pin, which I'm assuming she will very shortly, she already has some in the form of her spell pin and boots, which is 15, and this, which is also 15. So she does have 30 spell pin, which is a pretty big deal. But when she buys a big spell pin item like Void Staff, that's going to be a big deal. She's going to be able to really drop the ball on people. I guess she's looking for blue buff. I'm not sure if she's going to find it. I don't think it's there. Oh, yeah, she did hit it with a trap. Okay. She's going to be able to stop it before it completely resets. Caitlyn's going to give her a little bit of icy taunts. Did he really try to steal that with his ultimate? That's kind of humorous, actually. I would be honored. You didn't want blue buff that bad. But again, collateral damage isn't really all that useful. Nasus is getting Q farm, man. The more he farms, the worse it gets off for your team. Boom! Vladimir taking a pretty hefty chunk, not carrying with Tarek and his own healing. Ooh, wow, she's getting really close. Out of position here. Nidalee is getting in really good angles. The problem is with those angles, they get you more out of position the farther you need to get in to kill somebody with the spears. Spears have really long range, and they get more damage the longer the range they are. Keep something in mind, though. If your chunk If you're... Ooh, wow, really good flash coming out right there. I don't think he's going to get anything out of it. Actually manages to miss with his Tiamat there. Or having his Hydra at this point. Getting to the Hydra is the easy part. It's the Tiamat that is expensive, friends. Keep that in mind. The Hydra itself is very cheap. It is only a Tiamat and a Vamp Scepter. But the problem is that getting to that Tiamat is a very expensive item, and it has very expensive pieces. The easiest one to get, I think, would be the pickaxe. Would be the easiest thing to pick up. So that is something to keep in mind. But overall, this is a pretty good game. I think the action going on has died down quite a bit, but this is getting into that mid to late game point. We're getting very close to the late game. It's been a really big siege for the past couple minutes now. No one's really been able to push anywhere. Italy is just kind of throwing stuff over the wall with the blue buff mana that she has. Not really able to do a lot of damage to people as she once was, but that's because people are being a little more wary of her spears. It's kind of a casual thing. Oh, wow, Darius getting chunked pretty hard right there. Gonna throw a spear in there, doing pretty heavy damage. She's probably gonna go Cougar right here. Get some extra killing blow out of her damage is pretty high. Gonna try to get a spear on the Vladimir. Does not manage to hit. Graves gonna take down somebody. It's only right now. It's only wow. There goes a double kill. Big spear coming out. 2-for-2 exchange. Nasus fell really early into that fight. Ooh, really close. Needs to be awful careful. Vladimir is in a really bad position. Actually gonna find a dead Soraka. Graves picking up an extra free kill. Milk cow? Oh no. Okay. We'll go with it, I guess. Amazing. Well, I like his name. Nearly played it really well. She kind of backed off, threw an extra spear, ran in there, threw one more spear before going into Cougar form and starting to do really good damage. Cougar form is underestimated, I think, by a lot of people. People always see Nidalee spear kills, and Nidalee spear kills are probably like the best kills. So they're just kind of funny. It's a really basic ability. It can just take you from full to half. In some cases, I've actually one-shot people from literally 100% HP to dead in one spear. That is a big deal. It was an Ezreal and a Vayne. The only two things I've ever killed in one shot. But that is hilarious when you get a one-hit, one-kill spear. Oh god, those are fun. The day they give me Spell Cleave, that'll be the day I play Nidalee just forever. I'll just never stop playing her, because I'll be able to get double kills and hell and stuff with spears. Giving the Nidalee the blue buff consistently is ridiculously good. As you've seen, her mana pool is just pretty much infinite. I've never seen it go below half. I think I've seen it get to half. Never go below half. Wow! Damage coming out of that Skarner. Basically got him down to a third in one hit. Oh, God. Another third there. Actually burned more of his own HP. That was a little unnecessary, I think, on his part. She has to send the Skarner back, and the Vladimir can pretty much heal it off of things. He does have his, what is that called? Hextech Revolver. He's probably going to build that into a Woda soon. Does have the Spell Tome there. She's going to Spear it for the kill. Pretty big damage coming out. She has ridiculously good aim on this Nidalee. This player is very good, but Nidalee seems to play her very much. It's a big deal. Shirley is being popped by the Soraka right there to get the Nasus and herself out of danger. The Caitlyn's going to get caught out. They're probably going to kill her. I don't see her getting away. Actually, Derek kills her with the ulti smash. Darius is going to find himself a Nasus, and, you know, they're going to have some good fun. Boom! Oh my god, he still didn't get the kill. Oh man, this is kind of humorous. I don't think I've seen him get an official kill with his... Ooh, Nidalee is behind them. She's going to chunk them all down. It's very difficult to catch Nidalee. She's running around the long way. Hecarim really can't go in on this. It's a lot of damage and stun he's facing right there. He does have Nidalee back up, though. She's doing her best. Actually missing the spear there. man, this is a pretty big deal. 30-minute mark. We're pretty much in. We're getting close to the late game. About 35 minutes is the late game mark. Oh man, they're gonna get for Baron right here. They do not have anything to fight this with. They're all well. Darius is decently low. Actually, Darius just poured it back. Never mind. Graves is about half mana. Tarek's about half mana. They're probably gonna be able to get this with an ulti from the Graves. Purple team did steal the dragon. Yep. But I think they're going to pay for it here. Tarek going down. He's going down. It looks like. Boom, he's going down as well. Riot Milka. I actually just noticed his name. He is a Riot member. Team member, which is pretty big. Guess I should have noticed that sooner. That's pretty bad of me. Pretty big deal right now. Did manage to pick up the Baron, yeah, but they lost 3 people for it, so they only have Darius and Skarner with the buff. Darius with the buff isn't that big of a deal, but hey, it's like, hey Darius, stick around, take this tower, and we're going to go kill you in a second. The Jar of Candy is definitely somebody that I need to take notes from on Italy. Her spears are absurdly good. I mean, I throw some pretty freaking good spears, but this kid, let me tell you, he has missed only few. Only few, and that's probably because he wasn't even aiming for just a mass, he was aiming for a specific person and missed them by inches. I mean, that's, I think, the biggest deal. And this Caitlyn, even though getting destroyed by the Graves in the bottom lane, is probably still going to be able to win the game solely because of her Nasus and her Nidalee doing really good things. They did manage to push down both turrets and an inhibitor in the mid lane. That's a pretty big deal. They're not going to want to back off really that early. They want to try to get some extra HP. They want to get some other items they'll probably want to pick up. I see another Needless and the Void Staff getting picked up by the Nidalee. The Void Staff was already on her, but I just saw the Needless being picked up. She's going to get a Zonia's soon. Oh dear, that's going to be quite problematic for the enemy team. The Zonia's pickup is going to be a really big deal because of the ability. Oh, I've seen it! I have seen a successful ulti. Holy crap, that Graves just chunked her, man. There isn't anything she's going to be able to do against this. Darius is taking a lot of tower shots. Nasus is there to help defend this wave. Actually going to find Hecarim is in a lot of danger. Not going to have to use the ulti defensively to get away. He's not going to be able to get away from the Skarner. Skarner does have ulti. Yeah, there we go. And Tarek's done. Tarek's done. Tarek's done. Boom! Managing to take down that Hecarim. There is nothing that Skarner could have done without Tarek's help right there. That was a big deal. Eek, not that much damage coming down on the Skarner. Skarner does have quite a bit of HP, so the potential there is a little limited. I still think that the purple team's gonna win this in the end. They do have a kind of a better late game team. Nidalee kind of falls off like most APs do. Her damage just gets capped, and ADs, can always do damage. Like their damage is, it's limited to a certain number, but it's never limited to the fact that it's continuous. Where burst casters like Nidalee I have 4 abilities, and Nidalee doesn't even have 4 abilities. She only has her jump, her swipe, bite, and her spear. Or traps, of course, but so she has 5 abilities total, which is more than most heroes do. Considering that most heroes only have 4 abilities, Nidalee is one of the very few that can transform and have a whole new set of abilities that do damage. She only really has 1 damaging ability per se in her human form, which is her spear. Very potent, very powerful. If you've seen, it's done a lot of damage to people. And then you have her cat form, which is a melee form. And she does a lot of damage with every one of her abilities in cat form. All of them. Her jump, her swipe, bite, everything does damage in cougar form. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Nidalee actually got a recent nerf where her transforming into cougar gave her magic resist. Well, they removed that. They actually took that out. So now she doesn't have armor and magic resist anymore in her cougar form. And she just gets basically new abilities and bonus movement speed. Which is a little sad because that kind of gave her a little bit of an edge being AP. She could fight people a little better. I like the concept of it, but people abused the fact that she could combat people really well by building her AP Bruiser Nidalee, or AD Bruiser Nidalee, and when they solo topped, It was bad. She would just destroy folks, and it would be terrifying to witness, and you would not want to be on this earth anymore. So that's a big deal. I'm going to see another team fight, I think, erupt here in a couple seconds. Ooh, jeez. Good lord. Ulti coming out from the hacker. I'm going to be able to Shrelia into this one. We're going to have to go ahead and minimize everything. And here we go. Someone's going down right now. Actually, no. Right, Milkow. He just pulls right in time. And Nasus is going to pick him up. Darius using his ulti. I saw it right there. Double kill coming out from the Nasus. Nasus getting very low. Nidalee not being able to land a spear on the Graves. Graves is going to fight it. Tarek's going to be there to support him. Heckrum's going to come in there and find the Skarner. Boom. Nidalee's going to kill him with a takedown. Q right there. Skarner, Nidalee is be able to take him out. Now, she's going to be able to get the kill here. I don't know if she's going to be able to ulti. I don't think she has her ulti. She does have the ulti, but he's not low enough to take him down. Now, she did get a really good kill there. It's the 4-for-0 exchange on the purple blue team's favor. Really good fight right there. Really good placement by the blue team. Now, that I did say before they had a chance to win. The blue team, or the purple team, they still had a really good shot. But that team fight right there just proved that the blue team had better coordination overall, even though they had underfed people. It really fell down to the fact that they have a lot better of a later game fight. We're definitely in the late game at this point. Everyone's getting close to the max HP, maximum builds, maximum levels, and all that noise. They had to go back and take down the inhibitor because they could not damage the Nexus when all 3 inhibitors are alive. And it spawned right as they were taking it. Now they're probably going to lose 2 people here. Darius is going to be able to fight. Nope, actually it's going to go to Vladimir. Vladimir's going to be able to ghost up to this, but Nasus is going to wither. And the Graves is going to take a lot of damage. Garner's going to use his home guard to try to catch up. Darius is going to try to look for kills here. The top tower does go down. He's going to find Nidalee in the jungle. Perhaps, nope, he actually walks right past her and says, forget that noise. And that's it. Being able to defend that top lane. They're going to need to push that out because that inhibitor right there, it came up. It came up right as they needed it to. Oh, man. Caitlyn's going to be able to port out. Darius is going to be able to push out the top lane, which is something they needed to do very badly. They don't have super minions in that lane necessarily, but it was pushed to a point where the minion wave was never going to catch back up to it, and that was the problem. Now, they're probably going to easily be able on the blue team to counter push the purple team's push, so that's not going to be a big deal. Actually, here comes Hecarim to do that just now. He's going to keep that lane in their favor, and it's not going to be a big deal. Skarner's going to continue to farm the jungle. Everyone right there is going to be back alive. We're getting really close to full builds on basically the main characters. Nidalee is about 2 items off-ish, 3-ish items off from getting her full build. Hecarim is a whole item away. Vladimir is actually pretty well built. He doesn't necessarily need much more than his Woda and his Rylays and his what is that called? Whoa, that damage coming out from Nidalee. I heard it in the background. Saw the little shing on my right side of my screen there. Does have his Leandries picked up. It's pretty big. Skarner's got his Brofist, Shrelia's, and Warmog's. Pretty big deal. Darius is pretty built. The Graves is about 2 items away from being done. Well, they're going to find Tarek out. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Actually, stuns the weirdest people. He stuns Nidalee. I mean, she does end up picking up the kill, but it wasn't necessarily her that was going to do it all that well. Shirley's getting popped really high. We're going to have a really big team fight right now. Skarner is going to be able to fight down this Nasus. Nasus is going to pop the ulti. Hecarim's going to pop the ulti and get in there. Graves is going to find Graves. He's going to find Graves out of place. He's going to try to fight down the Graves. And Nidalee is going to take down Skarner. Graves is going to get taken down by Nasus. Caitlyn's going to assist that with her ulti. Vladimir is going to get taken out by Nidalee Spear from half HP. That'll be the ace and the GG. I'm telling you right now, if something silly happens, for some reason that inhibitor comes back online, I'm calling hacks. Oh, really, really good game coming out right there. GG. Really exciting at the end. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to shoutcast those more often, and I'm going to get this one up for you guys on YouTube watching it right now. So I just want to remind everyone to keep it casual and keep gaming.